And hello, folks. This is your old pal, Uncle. We're going to do some myth busting, okay? Get rid of the myths. All right? A lot of people have been pushing a lot of, God, I swear to God, homemade filters and stuff and selling radiological filters. That's all a bunch of hooey, okay? Yes, it will get rid of the particles, okay? Only problem is the water's radioactive. Okay, it's like if this original print in this book it says suspect all surface waters. So I tell people know where your water source is. Basically, we're talking about water myths. Okay, a lot of people are still following the old thing. Well, I have a filter and it'll take out the particle size of a snowflake. Okay, that data is really wrong. All right. If you want to ask a person, go over to a medical center and ask a doctor if the water is contaminated. This is guys who work in the radiation section of the hospital. And you tell them that, they'll look at you and call security. Okay? A lot of scientists in Berkeley and in LA die from brain cancer because they don't understand this. You know, the particles you can filter out. That's why you have a high rate of brain cancer. Oh, I didn't know the water was radioactive. Duh! Okay? Some pools you cannot dump into the ocean. It's radioactive. All right? It's like study chemistry. If you went to college and studied chemistry, name the 5 heavy metals after a nuclear explosion from fallout that you cannot filter out. 5 heavy metals. Okay? Because a lot of people are like, you know, activated carbon and dirt and clay and soil and my dirty socks and underwear will filter out the radioactive particles. Baloney. The truth. Okay? It removes the larger particles. It will not remove the 5 heavy metals in the water. And remember, that metals is exposing the water itself to radiation. So what happens to water when it changes after it's been treated with radiation? Okay? It becomes radioactive. It comes in 2 different forms. Name those 2 different radioactive water forms. I know several young ladies of grade school or grade school or middle school age told me, and they got it right. A lot of you old folks out there on YouTube land is telling me, oh, it'll work fine, I'll remove that. No, it won't. Also, name the 4 chemicals, radioactive chemicals, that cannot be removed from filters radioactive water after a fallout. And I tell a lot of people, you want to prove me wrong? Go out to the Trinity site. There's a spring. It's been covered for the last 75 years, more or less. Or is it 100 years? 70, yeah, 75 years of fallout and dust and everything else. You get a jar of that, and if you get by the park rangers who doesn't arrest you for stealing radioactive water, put it through your homemade filter, take it to a water lab, and see how radioactive it is. And if you haven't died from 1,100 rotogens from that water, and like, oh, this is great water, I'll drink it. Okay, truth. A lot of people are basing their stuff, their links and data on material that is outdated. Take chemistry. All right? I'm not putting down the links. If you haven't gone to college and taken chemistry and you don't know about this, you know, heavy metals and urine, and that's the next thing we're going to talk at too. So anyway, it said it removes particles, yes. but this material is outdated and wasn't dated until the recent book. The Soviet Manual, okay, 1974, printed by the Air Force Office. Okay, the Soviets, again, are very thorough on their procedures. Yeah, I'm trying to find it. This is stored water, okay, for cattle. And they have bunkers for cattle and stuff. Foodstuffs should be sealed and put away in protective areas. Okay. Water, let's see. Protective services. Threat of radioactive contamination. Radioactive contamination, chemical attack. Threat of flooding. All people must obey the thing, blah, blah, blah. Shelter perfect. Workers who are in charge of detecting water sources, okay? All surface waters are suspect. Only bottled, sealed water in cans or glass jugs are safe to drink. Make sure fallout has, wipe off fallout and stuff, decontaminate. If it's in sealed bottle, it's fine. Make sure you have nearby capped wells that have been tested and proven safe to drink. See page. Oh, Lord. They do a really good job on this. Okay. On decontaminating the home. Dosimeters. Okay. When checking a natural tributary, 3 forces are come out to check on the water if it's contaminated. That's rivers, let's see, rivers, seas, grounds, as classified as reconnaissance to check out first by air, second by river, and ground forces to see if the water on the surface is safe to be used. Helicopter, boat, sample team, Geiger counter team. These guys go out there and make sure the water is safe to drink. All right, they are serious on their water. Okay, water is only provided in sealed jugs, containers, anything sealed, or sealed wells tested by these folks. So if somebody says, I have a radiological filter, you just pour in your radioactive water and it'll be clean. Don't believe it. Okay, this goes into my next phase on pool water. Okay, just drink out of the toilet. All right, it's a free country. You could drink radioactive water. You could drink swimming pool water. All right, I won't. I will find another source of water. A lot of people put hypothetical questions. Reality check. If you have a source of water and it's pool water, well, you bought the farm. Okay, I'll drink blood. I'll eat fruits and berries. I'll eat certain plants that contains moisture. But I will not drink out of pool water. Why? I worked 2 years as a pool man, and I know what goes in it. But I'll have a filter, or I'll drink it. If it's a really bad SHTF, you have less than 2 weeks roughly, to find a kidney dialysis machine and filter out your blood and have your tissues deflated, because you're going to go into hydroshock and poisoning. Okay? In other words, you bloat. Every cell in your body goes, okay? Because you can't filter out the toxins. While you're there in a hospital bed someplace, you survived everything else, but you, for the last 2 weeks, drank out of the swimming pool. I asked an doctor while I played golf with. He's an internal person. And he said anybody stupid enough to drink pool water will die in 2 weeks unless receiving proper treatment, which will last anywhere from 1 month to 6 months, because you're flooding your tissues with toxic material, not including the dissolved matter in it, fecal, urine, and anything else that was in the pool. Okay? I keep telling them, a lot of people who are preppers says, well, if it was their only water source, then you will die. You'll bloat up, die screaming, all right, and be dead. End of period. No myth, no hypothetical thing, because my doctor friend I play golf with tells me that you don't have a kidney dialysis machine. You don't have treatments. You don't have the proper procedures, and it takes anywhere from a month to 6 months to detoxify you from drinking all that stupid pool water. Okay? A lot of people fall into these myths. A lot of people think it's a filter, it's a wonder child. A lot of them don't know what the hell they're talking about. A lot of them don't know how these filters work. Okay? There's a lot of, like I said, I prefer dying of thirst than drinking pool water. Okay? Good example, Haiti. Cholera and dysentery. Public swimming pools, we'll just drink out of that. Bangladesh, when they have the riots. It's summer, it's 117. Let's drink the swimming pool water. Again, diarrhea and cholera, including pool water poisoning, but they never tell you that on the news. Not newsworthy. Okay? Like I tell a lot of people, this is waterborne myths. Filters. Know how the filters work. Know what they can do. See, I'm not against filters. It's a free country. If you want to drink radioactive water, if you want to drink pool water with enough chemicals in there, well, the chlorine will evaporate. Not arsenic. All right? There's other chemicals in the pool. But I thought it was only chlorine. No, they have buffering agents, aldehyde. There's about 20 listed that if you're stupid and drank it, you'll be in a hospital. Okay, and I don't understand. You have kids? You tell that story to a judge. It'll take your kids away. All right? I tell a lot of people who are preppers, you say that I have filter and I'm going to drink pool water. You kiss your kids goodbye. They will take them away. They'll take your grandchildren away. Because granddad or your mother, okay, I may disagree with a lot of channels, but here's the truth, all right? Hard, cold truth. Cut across the myth, cut across the hypo situations. Take your magic filter, put in your radioactive water, put in your pool water, take it to a water lab, pay $375. Now it's $425. Have it tested. And then you see people knocking on the door, and it's the sheriff's department and a few people from the mental health agency, and they're kind of looking at you and like, you're coming with us, son. Okay, that's covered filters for radioactive material. I may disagree with other preppers. It's a free country. Then test it. All right? Do your filter, test it, take it to a lab, put it in a quart jar, show the paperwork. All right? I'll even pee in your swimming pool. Here, I'll pee, and you can take a water sample, take it through your magic filter, and you pay the $425 to get it tested. All right? Same thing goes with radioactivity. Go over to Trinity site in New Mexico. Get arrested by park rangers. Tell them I'm testing out a water filter. Yeah, I could see the federal judge looking at you like, yeah, you're going to jail or a mental institution. And the park rangers are shaking their heads like, the water's radioactive. Okay, we could disagree. You want to take a chance? That's your life. I don't care. But if you come crawling around after SHTF saying, I've been drinking pool water, I've been drinking radioactive water, I've been drinking my urine that I sucked out of the toilet with this life straw. Okay, those are myths. It's like I seen one guy on YouTube with a life straw. Somebody peed in the toilet and he drank toilet water. And it had one of those flushable things on the side. And I'm looking at him. That's like drinking out of the swimming pool. So don't believe all the myths on YouTube. Okay? This is common sense advice. If you want to make sure and you want to test it, take it to a water lab. Put it through, well, this filter will demonstrate that it will be, oh dear Lord. And then you probably hear a knocking sound on your door. That's the county sheriff and whatchamacallit. Well, he said he was a prepper and stored guns and food and drinking out of the toilet or swimming pool. Okay? You kiss your guns goodbye and you kiss your kids goodbye. And then you're going to have a 72-hour psych eval. You're going to go in front of a judge and you tell him, well, Judge, I've been trained. And the judge will look at you and like, is this recent? No, but it was like 40 or 80 years ago. Okay, after a month of psych ward, then they'll release you in the care of your family and they're going to like, you got to stop this prepping stuff or we have to put you in a nursing home. All right? I don't care. It could be any age. All right? I respect a lot of people. All right? But I do not like this logic. Okay? I disagree with you. If you feel insulted or you feel threatened or anything, I do have to apologize. All right? But I can't stand basic myths. Okay? I was going to think of a nastier word, but myths suit you. Even the Russians knew this in 1974. Okay? And I'll catch you later. You have a nice day now. Long live the Republic. Because remember what's going to happen if the Empire takes over. And all of you out there are just doing nothing and the Empire is slowly and slowly enveloping you. Okay? And do something nice for the holiday. Volunteer, help out friends and family, neighbors. Okay? Be a good cheer and be a good service. Now, who's your nurse prepper is doing Christmas cards for veterans in the hospitals, also veterans for overseas who are not getting a Christmas card. It's their first deployment overseas. It's a good idea if you fill it out, check all the other channels that are part of the Christmas card program. I already did my 25 and it's been sent out. All right? These persons don't get a Christmas card or a thank you letter or nothing. They're deployed and hopefully they won't get killed because you know who's in charge. And I got a whole bunch of things I got to do. It's like, God. Let's see, 2023. I got another video coming up after this. Resource War, 6-Way Civil War, not us. And Sheeple Shock. That's why I keep telling people watch The Last Train. Okay, folks? And I'll catch you later. I'll be seeing you. And remember, name the 5 heavy elements, radioactive elements from fallout in the water, surface water. Okay? And like I said, particles, I have to agree with Lee on Cold War prepper. Particles are about big as a snowflake. Unfortunately, the heavy metals are smaller than that. Many of them are a micron. Snowflake, micron. Big difference. Okay, folks, I'll catch you later. I might disagree with you. I might be argumentative. I might be mean and nasty, but that's me. And I'm sorry about it, but that's the truth. If you want to prove me wrong, get the water tested. Bring the water report. See if it worked or not. And then drink it. You have a nice Christmas. Merry Christmas, folks. And I'll be seeing you. Bye.